Hi Jacob, how are you doing today?
I'm alright.
All right. Do you want to explore that a little more? Why just all right? Sounds like you're kind of sad.
I don't know, it's just a pretty gloomy day, and I don't want to be at school, and just want to go home and play my video games and play my Zoo Tycoon game. Love Zoo Tycoon.
I know because you want to be a game warden, right? So that kind
Yeah.
of sounds like it relates. I myself really like Roller Coaster Tycoon, so I really get that. But it's almost the end of the day, so I hope that what I have planned for you be really interesting and really helpful. I know that we've been talking a lot about your transition after high school. How do you feel about that?
Um, I mean, good, I guess. We've been doing a lot of stuff, and I want to be a game warden, so I feel like I know what I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
So I just gotta do it.
You just got to do it.
Yeah.
I agree. So what I have planned for today is life after high school can be kind of hard, but I think that the progress that we've made so far and the things that we've been talking about along with the whole team, we think that you're doing really well and that when you graduate, you'll be ready to go and ready to be successful. But one of the main things that's really important as you transition out is being able to self advocate for yourself. And I know that you have an IEP team, and we've been doing a lot of things around like accommodations. So, like having your teacher having the PowerPoint ready so you can like copy down your homework and assignments. And so those are the types of things that you may need to continuously have out there to support you. So what I have planned for today is just a few different scenarios. What I want to do is go through each of them with you. And then at the end, what I thought we could do is practice some role play so that way, what's that face? I don't know. Do you not feel sure about doing role plays?
Yeah, I just don't know if I'll do good.
It's okay. This is definitely a judgment-free zone. We're all not perfect as we start. The purpose of the role plays is just so that you can practice. So that way, when you're out there in the real world, you'll be able to be great and get what you need. Okay?
Okay.
All right. So I'm just gonna have you read the first scenario, and then I'll read it aloud with you. So the first one is your teacher consistently forgets to print out the PowerPoint for you to copy down your work before a class. She has already begun teaching, but has given the class a 5-minute break. So if this were to happen, what would you do?
Um, I don't know. Just stay in my seat and have a snack during the break.
Okay, so what if it was something that was super important that you needed to copy down and you weren't able to do so, and you missed that window of opportunity to be able to go to the teacher and say, "Hi, Miss So and So, you weren't able to print out my PowerPoint for me before class," and typically that's something that we've always done, and I would really like that. So, um, is that something that you sound like you would do, or you would still just sit there and say, "I'm just gonna have my snack"?
Yeah, I guess I should tell her that I need the PowerPoint so that I can follow along for the rest of class.
No, definitely. And that's something that's really important as you even go further. So, not just in the classroom, but let's say when you're a game warden and your boss forgets to do something that he said that he was going to, and you really need it because you know that's for the safety of you, safety of the animals, and the people around you. So, it's really important to advocate for yourself and be able to say, "Hey, I need this so I can do a better job for you and I." Okay? Okay, so we can move on to the next one. The next one is more so just about like your social participation. So your friends tell you that you're ready to join the soccer team again, but they discourage you from doing so. So what would you do if you told your friends, "Hey, I think I'm going to go out for the soccer team again, but I don't, what do you guys think?" And they told you, "Oh, I don't think you guys, or I don't think you should do that."
Um, well, then they don't sound like very good friends. Um, I don't know. I guess I wouldn't try out because if they're on the team, then they wouldn't want me there.
That's a good observation. Another thing would be, let's say that you felt that you were super confident and you wanted to do it because you know it made you happy and that you're good. Would you take the steps and say, "Hey guys, I think that I'm ready for this and I would kind of appreciate if you guys would support me along this journey"? Or would you just kind of be like, "Oh, I think they're right. I don't think I'll try for the team"?
Mm, I I guess I should do the first one.
Definitely. It sounds like you have a plan already set in place. So basically, I gave you the first scenario was about school, and the second one is about friends. So I really want to show the difference between the two because sometimes even your best friends or your family might say, "Oh, I don't think you should do that." But if you feel that you're confident and you can explain to them, "This is why," then I think you should go out and do that. And I think you should be able to advocate for yourself and say, "This is what I want." Mhm. It seems like a lot, but I think that when I help kind of prompt you, it sounds like you kind of are starting to get the gist of like what you should do in certain situations like this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The next one, are you ready to move on to the next one?
Yeah.
Okay. So the next one is your teacher does not remember that you had the option to complete a video report rather than a written essay. She gives you an incomplete for the assignment. What would you do in this situation?
Did I turn in the video report?
You did.
Then sometimes I don't turn things in, so I wouldn't be surprised. I guess since I did it, that I should talk to her about it because she said that I could do a video report and not the written essay, so I should talk to her about it and remind her that she said that I could do that.
Definitely. Exactly. Because it sounds like she's going back on her word and it sounds like, she forgot that she gave you this accommodation. That, again, is super important moving forward. So it sounds like you identified what you needed because, oh, I got an incomplete for assignment, but I did do the assignment. You're going to go to the teacher and be specific about, hey, I did this assignment, but why did I have an incomplete? And then specifically going to this individual. So you're not going to go to like the principal. You're not going to go to a different administrator unless she is not receptive to it and kind of giving you a hard time about it. But in these situations, you need to go directly to the person and being able to talk with them, and kind of go through that situation and go through that with them. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So the last two are more so about your life after high school. So this one is you're about to enter your first exam in Wildlife 101. You've been studying for 2 weeks and taking practice exams. However, you seem to be going over the allotted time by 30 minutes. So that means like you've been taking the exams, but you've been timing yourself and you've been going over 30 minutes each time. What would you do to make sure that you're successful for the actual exam?
What should I go talk to the teacher that I need extra time to take the test?
That's a good start.
Okay, so I go to the teacher and say that I've been studying a lot and that I've been practicing with the practice exams and that I need some extra time because of I need some extra time to take the test, and maybe she'll give me extra time.
Exactly. So in this situation, you identified what you needed. You went to the specific individual, which is your teacher in the situation, and you explained the situation. And sounds like you're confident in saying, "Hey, I need this because you can disclose to this individual if you want to, or you can go to the accommodation office." So basically, what you have right now in school is also what you can get in college is going to the accommodation office and giving them all this paperwork saying, "This is what I have, this is why I need accommodations," and then being confident about it as well. And usually the situation will turn out pretty positive and you'll be able to have more time to complete your exam so that way you're able to be a game warden. Yeah?
Cool. Yeah.
Okay. So then there's one last final one. You aced your interview and have been in your new job as a game warden for the past 6 months. Today, your coworker, I'm a Hog, told you that you'll be working the front desk next week as she will be on vacation. This means that you'll be collecting tickets, so you're going to be inputting names into their system, and then you're also going to be depositing the cash alone. You have done this job in the past with her help, but you currently do not feel comfortable performing these responsibilities alone. What would you do?
I I guess I would talk to Ima and just tell her that I don't feel comfortable doing it.
Okay, that's a start. And then, what do you think her response would be, or what do you think she would tell you to do next?
Mm, I don't know. I don't know. She might be nice, or she might be say that I have to do it anyways.
Mm-hmm. So in this situation, since she's your coworker, would you go to her, or would you go to your supervisor instead? Because
Um,
he's the one who put you to do this task, but she's the one who told you this information.
I guess I would talk to my supervisor
Mm-hmm.
and tell him that I don't feel comfortable doing it, and maybe ask them to help me
Mm-hmm.
do it when I'm supposed to,
Mm-hmm.
when she's gone on vacation.
Exactly. So in this situation, what did you do? What was the first step that we talk about in terms of advocating for yourself?
I go to the person in charge.
Mm-hmm. That's one step. But even before that, why would you need to go to this person?
Because I am not comfortable doing it, or I don't feel like I'm confident in doing it.
Mm-hmm. Confident in doing what?
The task,
What specific task?
the putting the money in the cash register alone.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And so, what would you specifically ask for if the boss said, okay, so what can I do?
Um, Maybe he could give me like maybe he could show me how to do everything one more time so that I felt more confident, or he could check in on me a lot during the day to make sure
Mm-hmm.
that I'm doing good, or um, maybe he could write up some directions for me.
That's great. You came up with 3 simple solutions. I love that. Aren't you proud?
Sure.
No, that was really good. You were able to identify the problem, identify who you need to speak to, and you were able to come up with solutions yourself. And so that way you gave that person, this is exactly what I need. You can have them think it over, and then they can get back to you saying, okay, I think I can do this to help you. So that's great.
Cool.
Cool. So how do you feel about role playing one of these?
Fine, I guess.
So, in terms of you trying to be a game warden, I'm thinking about one of these 2. Mhm. Okay. So, I'm going to be your supervisor, and you can begin.
Okay. Hello, Mrs. Supervisor.
Hi, Jacob. How are you?
I'm alright. How are you?
I'm doing good. What can I do for you?
Ima just told me that she's gonna be on vacation next week, and that I'll be collecting the tickets and putting cash in the cash register alone. Is that correct?
That is right.
I haven't been doing this that long, and I don't feel comfortable doing it all by myself right now. Do you think you could show me how to do it one more time, and maybe check on me during the week while I'm doing this, and maybe write up directions for me so I can follow them if I get confused during the day?
Sure. I definitely think I can do the first 2. I had no idea that you didn't feel super comfortable doing this because I know you had done it before, but I must have been there to help you. So thank you for coming to me and letting me know rather than you just going ahead and doing it and I had no clue about it. So I can definitely work with you in being able to watch over what you're doing. Also the first thing that you mentioned, and then if I also have time during the week, then I can like type up exactly what I want you to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. How do you think that went?
I think that was good.
So you were able to, do you feel comfortable doing that? Did you feel confident doing that, or did it feel a little awkward?
It felt a little awkward.
So I know that doing this for the first time takes a little bit of like courage and getting a little bit used to, and so that's why I think us practicing these role plays together will hopefully increase your confidence. And so even with me, and also maybe bringing in one of your other teachers to kind of diversify the people that you're going to be working with when you're out in the real world. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So one additional thing that I found online that might be helpful for you is something called Storyboard That. So basically, when we have time during our next session, what we can do is basically create social stories together. So we can go on this website, and they have a bunch of different backgrounds. So we have the school background. I tried to do like an office setting because I want to practice you coming to me about your issues, but there's also like the outdoors. So basically we create like a social story of something that might happen out in the real world, and that way you can reference that back, and it's just something interesting to play around and do, and we can come up with definitely different scenarios to practice. Okay?
Yeah.
Sounds good.
That was cool.
Okay, great. Well, thank you for meeting with me today. Hopefully I didn't take up too much time. We can get back to your zoo tycoon soon.
Yes.
Okay, but thank you, Jacob.